First of all, welcome everybody again. It's May 28th at Entity's open office hours. As you guys usually know, format is a little bit flexible. At the beginning, I'm going through some stuff that I think is relevant for the digital marketing industry rather, and then the floor is open for any questions. So with that in mind, let me start sharing my screen. A lot of cool stuff has happened this last little bit in the digital marketing world. Here, I'm gonna start with Shane Cicero. He's an ads, he has a digital agency, focuses on a lot of e-commerce. So he spoke to his Facebook rep. If you guys missed the news last week, I mentioned that Facebook was actually opening shops, Facebook shops, the ability to, in theory, sell your products online through Facebook rather, or Instagram. So he had a few questions for his Facebook rep in terms of the fees, right, and what's going to happen. So with Bailey and I already saw some cases where there were shops set up, and the experience is, you know, you have pretty much the item that you want to buy, and you click on it, and it asks you if you want to go to the website to proceed with the transaction. So so for now, that's actually what's happening, right? It's more of a showcase of your product. You can't buy directly from Facebook, but that is where they're going. And something that Shane was asking his Facebook rep was in terms of, well, what about fees, right? How much is Facebook going to charge to run this? And it's a bit of a thread, and of course, as usual, we'll post a link. So again, this is not official from Facebook. This is from a Facebook rep. So Facebook has not come out and officially mentioned these numbers, but they believe that the fee is going to be 5% of the sale. And what they're saying is this is going to help fund the infrastructure and everything else that's behind, right? So again, this is only for native checkout, which would mean that you would go onto Facebook, buy. You're probably sure at that point you probably have your payment method installed or set up. You go buy, and that's it, right? So Facebook is going to charge 5%, and of course, if you're in the e-commerce world, it's going to be a question of whether that 5% is going to, well, the amount of conversions you get is going to offset that 5%, right? Because if you guys know from merchant fees and such, that's pretty high. I think one of the highest merchant fees that are being charged right now is 2.5%, so literally double that. Put into perspective, out of $100, that's $5. So it could cut into what your profit could be. So again, I'll add the link to this thread where he mentioned a few of the notes of the conversation he had with his Facebook rep. Now, something very cool, another very cool thing that literally just came out yesterday was Instagram. So there were two main changes that are happening with Instagram right now. One is that they're going to be introducing what's called badges. So if you're an influencer and you have a big following, you're going to be able to sell these badges for people watching you. And that way people that are watching are going to be able to support these creators or these influencers, right? So that's fairly cool. And then, and again, we'll post this link. We'll post this link rather on the follow-up email, so you guys have it. As a digital advertiser, a big change that's coming to IG is that we're going to be able to do IGTV ads. That was not an option before, but they are actually introducing ads in Instagram TV, which is very cool, right? We were not able to do ads there before. From what I understand, based on this article, obviously the ads will be built for mobile. Instagram is a mobile platform, and you can have them to be up to 15 seconds long. So yeah, that's very cool for us advertisers. And last but not least, Kendall Baker, he is, I believe he's the one that runs a newsletter for a couple sports websites like Sports Internet and I think The Hustle. But anyway, something very cool that I saw is that he actually reached his 1,000th daily newsletter. Okay, and he has some tips. Now, some of you that have heard me before, I always talk about your email being your biggest asset, or one of the biggest assets, digital assets that your company can have, because it allows you to directly reach to your customers, to your potential customers, and maintain that direct connection. Interestingly enough, a lot of reports I'm reading is that email is making a comeback in 2020, because a lot of people, especially through these times, have realized the importance of having this data and the importance of reaching their audience directly. So Kendall actually goes through a bunch of, let's say, tips, if you will, and things that he's learned while writing 1,000 newsletters. And some stuff that I wanted to point out here that I thought was very cool. Consistency, right? So if you already have a newsletter, say it's a weekly newsletter, a monthly newsletter, especially if it's a daily newsletter, your audience is going to start expecting your newsletter on the same time and on the same date, and they're going to make it part of your routine. I myself, actually reading this article, realized that I myself do that. You know, come in the morning, have a coffee, check my email, and I have a few newsletters that I go through every morning, and it's basically my newspaper, right? It's the equivalent of sitting coffee, grabbing a newspaper, and reading. So if you are, and we all should be, I think, having a newsletter and communication with our database and with our list, make sure that you're consistent in that effort. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was, where is it? Hold on. Yes, this one here, and this sort of goes back to what I was talking about, right? With the fact that people are saying that email is dying. And he makes a great point, that email is not necessarily dying in the format that we imagine it. It has come, or email is now the equivalent of an SMS. And if it's part of your routine, and I don't know about you guys, but again, myself, it is part of my routine to read a couple newsletters in the morning. I usually open my phone and check on these newsletters as well, right? So yeah, they're a way to communicate. It's something that we should definitely be doing it. And something else that I didn't find, but that he also mentioned, is that emails are permanent, right? If you put a post on Facebook, it may, dwindle after a little bit. If you put a video on YouTube, you have to drive traffic to that video. But on email, everything stays on people's email inboxes, right? And for example, even for the people in here, if I'm looking for something that one of you have sent me, I'll literally type an email and it's right there. So keep that in mind, that email is permanent. It could be a source for a deeper connection. Make sure you're consistent, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you ask me as we open the floor. Cool. Oh, there's Kelly. There you go. Hello. Let me just check the chat. Hey, everybody's jumping today. I like that. Oh, hey, Laurie. Cool, guys. So yeah, the floor is yours. What can I help you with today? What kind of questions do we have?
I don't want to dominate if somebody asks those questions. And I just saw Laurie put up her hand, so you go, Laurie.
I have 2 questions, and wow, my hair is a mess. Just saw myself.
To answer that question, no, your hair is not a mess.
Okay, I have a really silly question, first of all. I know what an SMS is, but what does SMS stand for? What does the acronym mean? Oh,
Standard messaging service?
Thanks, Bailey.
Yeah, totally.
Messaging.
Thanks, Google.
Service. Awesome. And my second question is...
No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's short message service.
Short message service. Perfect. The second one is, by emailer, you mean like utilizing like a chimp mail or constant contact, that kind of thing?
Yeah, MailChimp.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I always flip them.
Yeah, and once you get there are other services, for example, ActiveCampaign. ActiveCampaign is fantastic at doing email automation. It's my tool of choice. With ActiveCampaign, you can do some crazy stuff like send an email, and if somebody clicked on this link, send them another email within 20 days, and then wait 1 day, and then send them another email. Depending on the level of ActiveCampaign you have, you can actually send them an SMS, right? So something that I've done in the past is when I create a sales funnel, for example, would be like a funnel to build so that people can book calls, right? We will send an email, and if they haven't opened it or they haven't booked a call, we'll send an SMS saying, hey, I think you forgot to book your call, right? You were just on this step. There's only literally one more step. Make sure you actually book the call. So there's a lot of tools out there. ActiveCampaign, again, is my favorite, but MailChimp for a regular newsletter would definitely do the job. Yeah. Answer your question?
Yes.
Okay,
Ben
cool.
disappeared.
Hmm?
He's back. Oh,
Disappeared?
no, sorry,
I'm here.
Jacob. Sorry, I'm seeing
Jacob.
Jacob.
It's not Ben Jacobs, it's Jacob.
I have a silly question, maybe.
There's some silly questions.
There are no silly questions. There you go.
Okay, I don't have a silly question, but I have a question. So when, for example, last week we had a great talk on one of my Friday chats, and then we posted it, and it looked like there was, I don't know, I don't remember the numbers right now, let's say 250 views. Is that tracking people actually clicking on the video and seeing the whole thing, or is it just someone going past it?
Was that on Facebook?
That we posted it on Facebook because I was unable to go live, which is a whole other story for another day.
Oh, by the way, I think I might have answer about the whole going live for you. So keep that in
we
the back
solved
burner.
it. We
Okay,
solved
cool.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So Jordan, my son, provided some gaming platform for Victoria. So she's taking that on from me so that I'm not messing with technology. I'm just like present for my guests. So it actually would work really well.
So if I'm not mistaken, Facebook considers a view if they see it, if they're looking at the video over 1.5 seconds. And you know what, let me confirm here. Consider. So it's not that they've seen everything. It's not that they've seen a percentage. I lied. It's 3 seconds. That's what Facebook considers a view. So if somebody stays, so say for example, I'm scrolling through my feed and I see the video and I stop for 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, Facebook's gonna be like, boom, Efren counts as a view.
Okay. So
Does that make sense?
That does. So then that, for me, as a presenter, I have to make sure that those 3 seconds are really impactful. So
The first 3?
Yeah. My name and what I like, Angie Pettyjohn, the Pettyjohn team, Mortgage Alliance, something that tells them who I am, I guess.
Well, let me give you maybe a different perspective on them. And
Sure.
this comes from this great book that's called Copywriting Handbook, the Adweek. They're talking about that. This is for copyright, but they say that every single sentence purpose is for people to read the next sentence. So maybe the 3 seconds could be, the purpose of those 3 seconds is for people to keep watching the rest of the video, right? So you can try each and see how it works. I'm trying to see something here. Maybe I'll ask Bailey about this. Can you see the percentage of views on a video that hasn't been boosted on the insights? Okay, so Bailey's checking on that, because then if we can narrow that down, Angie, you would be able to see how many people of the 200 have actually watched what percentage of the video, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So Billy's looking into that right now.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey,
Awesome.
Efren.
Yes, sir.
Because I know Kelly has to go in a few seconds, and she at her company does HR stuff. I just started my Google ad this morning, and I ran a couple of Facebook ads starting yesterday.
Nice.
The next 2 to 3 weeks on the recruiting side. So I was wondering if you would allow me to just share them. They're really, really fast, and I want
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man.
but also Kelly's from a HR perspective, which might be a bit more, I don't know, what might catch people's attention a bit more. So again, did some research, and based on what you said last week about length of video, and just even what you said just now, but the first 3 seconds being critical, I didn't want to, a long video like my educational ones. It's more, since they're ads, it's got to be like 20 seconds or like a minute at the most, right, for Instagram. So I made one version that's like 23 seconds and the other that's like 55. And so I can show them both, and then
Absolutely, man. Can you share the screen? Or sorry, I'm going through puberty again.
I cannot.
Can you share the screen? Or is not allowing you? Okay. You know what? I'm going to make you a co-host.
Oh, thank you.
She's trying to spell something. Kelly's trying to spell something.
L.
L.
L-O-L.
LOL.
LOL.
Oh, LOL.
That's not very nice. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Eh? Okay, so you got the screen.
Okay. So this is the shorter one. Hey, are you looking to diversify your income streams? Listen, I'm looking to bring on 2 to 3 motivated, high work ethic people for my financial practice here in Burlington on a full or part-time basis. If you like talking money and investing and you like working with people and small business owners, click on the link, check me out online, and email me to book a call to see if we're a good fit. Okay, so that was one.
Short and sweet.
Yeah.
To the point.
And the other one, a bit more detail. Hey, so have you been thinking about starting your own business or side hustle? Well, I'm looking for some good motivated people for my financial practice in Burlington. I'm looking to bring on 2 part-timers and 2 full-timers. If you have a background in finance or economics, great, but it's not necessary. If you have good people and sales skills, that's a huge asset. But ultimately, I'm looking for people with really good work ethic and integrity. This is 100% remote learning and business operations. My office will cover the licensing costs for your insurance and subsidize the investment license. But look, finance isn't for everyone. So I'm not even sure if this is the right opportunity for you or if I'm the right coach for you. But if you like helping people and you like working with small businesses, click on the link, check me out online. And if you think there might be a good fit, email me and book a call. Thanks. Catch you soon. That's it.
Nice.
You have so much better or video editing skills than I have.
I invested a lot of time in the beginning of this pandemic and how to do that. So anyway, so what, again, thoughts, Kelly, from again, recruiting standpoint, and also just, I don't know, general, anything. I'm not afraid of feedback. So.
Okay, so I got to bounce really quick, but I'll say a couple things. One, when you're looking for recruiting, think about the audience that you're recruiting, right? So are you looking for someone that's looking to do this as a hobby, as an add-on? Are you actually looking for full-time people? What type of experience do you want them to have, right? And what's your definition of talent? Because you're going to want to focus the ad on talent, right? Because that's who you want to attract in your world. Yeah. And I would say there's probably some opportunity there to tighten up some language. It's great to know your standards. From what I saw, the only standards you have is integrity and likes to work with small businesses. So if you have more standards than that, in regards to the type of individual you want to attract, I would be more clear around that. Okay. And 3, think about the reason why people would join you, because it's not about the money that they're going to make. It's not about the fact that they're going to be subsidized. It's not about the fact that, it's a remote training. Why would they want to join you? By joining you, what do they actually get beyond the money? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why behind everything? But it was great first go around. I need to show that to my people, Efren, and get ours up to your speed. Because Yeah, we're definitely not at your level yet.
That's very nice of you to say. I'm not at any level, but yeah, I'm still just figuring this thing out. So
Stop putting yourself down. Anyways, I gotta go.
Okay. Bye, Kelly. Thank you.
Hi, Kelly.
Yeah.
And yeah, to that point, Ben, I wish maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll grab a recording of where it is that we started when we did these office hours and where you are now. I think each and every one of us here in this room have actually made strides and made amazing progress. With your ads, something that I would comment on, Ben, is what happens. What is the call to action? So you say, check me out, and then send me an email.
Yeah, so I debated about that because I think I wanted to just capture their interest, and a lot of my content is out there, but it's all on my website as well, right? So I know I debated about where do I direct them? Do I direct them to my Facebook business page or directly to my website? And then on both, like my Calendly link is there, and as well as my email, they can book a call with me directly, which is kind of what I want. But I guess I wanted to kind of flesh out the details of what I'm about and the value I provide, which is very difficult to do in a minute or 25 seconds. So that's why I was all of those. The call to action button is learn more, and it's directed to my website.
Is it directed to a specific page on your website?
No, it's the landing page which isn't about me. So
the landing page
is my landing page right now is just basically it's just my about me page.
Okay.
So what I'm about, what I do, my credentials.
So benjacobs.ca, right?
Just that first landing page, yeah. And again, I will eventually, I know we can get way more advanced with an actual landing page specifically designed for recruiting. I haven't got there yet, but eventually that's the idea. But yeah, just so right now I'm just trying to get people to visit my page to see what I'm about, with the intent of, if they think, hey, this guy's pretty solid, or I kind of like what he's about, okay, I want to work with him. Those are the people I want, not just, for lack of a better word, clickbait, where it's like if they say learn more and it automatically just books a call with me or automatically just sends me an email. It's like, well, I don't want just anybody, right? Like Kelly said, I am picky about who I work with, of course. So
yeah, of course, you're qualifying your prospects before.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste time with people that are just maybe tire kicking, right?
Exactly. I only want to work, and that's why I said that specifically in both ads. Like, I only want to work with motivated people. So as far as talking about my standards, if someone's like, I could maybe use a side thing, it's like, listen, I'm not the right coach for you, because I'm 100% driver right now. So if you're not ready to go, I'm not the right coach for you, right? So
something that I can suggest, because if I read your ad, if I listen to your ad, watch your ad, I'm like, cool, I'm on the website, I'm Ben, this is my mission to educate, what I'm all about, these are my credentials, and then I forgot what I was here for.
Okay.
So maybe, and this is going to go for both ways, maybe a button here that says, to book an appointment with me, click here.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then you have the ability, and if you have questions about this, you definitely reach out to me later on, but you have the ability to actually embed your Calendly within a page.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So instead of them clicking on this and then going to your Calendly, there is the ability to actually put this within your own page.
Okay.
So your contact can actually have that there.
Is there a WordPress plugin for that?
I think there are two ways to do it. I think there is a WordPress plugin that sort of connects the two of them, but the other way, what theme of WordPress are you using?
I'm actually right now I'm using Elementor.
Okay,
awesome.
Cool. Yeah. So what you can do is you can actually embed. So if you go to Calendly and you say I want to embed an iframe, and then you create a new page on your WordPress and embed that code in, this will pop in your page.
I like that. Okay.
And basically what embed does is it actually creates like a little window on your own page, right? It creates a window, and whatever code you put, like obviously in the back end you put, literally this is going to be another website within your website.
Is it like it'll almost say like pop up as well?
It won't pop up. I just drew it like that because apparently I like drawing. But no, it will just be a blank page that you're able to do that.
Okay, appreciate that.
Yeah.
What about, so as far as like length goes, what do you think this general comments about the video and the rest of you as well.
Where are you running this?
I am running them on Facebook, Instagram, and I just started. Well, I don't have a video one yet, but I just did Google AdWords this morning.
Okay, cool.
Testing, and I'm A/B testing on Facebook, so as well as for different, because there's I have two versions of the short one. Andrew will like the second one, which is not just the background of my panels, but there's one that actually shows like my Leafs jerseys and stuff, because I thought maybe that shows personal interest, and someone like oh cool, he's a Leafs fan, Toronto area, but I was like, but I don't know if, hey, maybe someone's a Montreal fan, they're not gonna like that, so I ran tests of both, even though it's the same content with different backgrounds. I don't know if that's gonna make a difference or not, but the main difference I wanted to highlight was 22 seconds versus 55 seconds. And it's
I think that's a good test. And I think if there's a little bit of mention, just like Kelly mentioned, right? A little bit of mention of what they get, like if I'm looking to change career, what is it that I'm looking to do, right? What is the benefits of actually joining you?
Okay.
But yeah, I actually like them, and I'm curious to see how it's going to pan out.
I appreciate that. What about you ladies and Bailey and Jacob? Anybody else? Any other feedback or comments? Yeah, Lori?
Absolutely fabulous. They're great. The only thing that in the first video, short, sweet, to the point, really, really good. Second video, more information, which is always great. The one part where I got suddenly it flipped my brain was when you said coach. Because what it made me think is that, oh, you're looking for people. Oh, you're going to sell me something. Then when Efren showed your front page, it solidified for me, you're selling me something. Like, and if you're trying to recruit, or if you're trying to coach, maybe you're trying to coach, but I think, and also Kelly said something about like language choices, maybe choosing a different title than coach.
Yeah.
Because
and I appreciate that. I toyed with that, and the Efren will know this because he's worked with other financial people before. I have to watch what I say because of compliance. So like that's why you think I haven't even mentioned anything about like the parent company that I work for, because if I do, then I'll get an even more compliance trouble. But if I keep it very general, I can say that. So again, as a financial coach, I'm not like even though I am like literally my title is like regional vice president, I can't go out and say that because that's attached to the company, or that's like my contract with the company. Or if I say technically I'm a branch manager as well, so that's why in my Google ad I said I'm a branch manager and looking for 2 to 3 people, and like technically I'm not even allowed to say like financial, like I'm not a financial advisor, or I can't even say those things, which is very strange. So that's why I have to be careful about what I say, because also I can't be misrepresenting the opportunity as a job. So that's why I can't say position, or I'm looking to hire. It's very strange for me, so that's why I'm saying coach and other things, and like I'm looking for, you know what I mean? Like I can't say look I'm looking to hire 2 people, because like I'm not really hiring them. This is a business. They're independent. So that's why that. But I appreciate that. It's language. So
and it was just my perception. I was going along, I was with you, and then I heard coach, and I was worried that word may make the other viewer say, oh, he just wants to sell me something. But,
like a coaching program or something like that?
Yeah. And Efren's point about having a specific page that they go to.
Okay.
Yeah, and even if you don't want to build it out right now and you want to just put the ads out, it's fine. Just add that contact so they can. The less steps people do, the better it is. Like once they actually read your page, if you have it at the bottom, if they made it to the end, they're probably qualified at some point to actually contact you, right?
Yeah.
But then to actually have to email you and then going back and forth or so. Okay. But cool, man. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm sorry. All right. Jacob, is there anything we can help you with today? Anything you want to share?
Just on Ben's ads, I think they're really good. Just as someone recently entering the financial services industry, I think they're a lot more attractive than your standard written ad, like your just words. I think the videos are a lot more attractive, especially on Facebook and Instagram. If there's one more thing that I'd like to see, it's probably just like a little bit more of the facts, but I get that you probably can't do that with compliance.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like them. Yeah, they're really attractive.
Appreciate it.
Cool. Any other questions, guys?
Effort. I was just wondering about the integration between Facebook and Instagram for business. If you have to use Hootsuite to post one ad on both of them, or if there's some way that you can integrate ads on both of them without using a platform like Hootsuite.
So are you talking about regular posts or are you talking about ads?
Regular posts.
No, you need to post independently with each other.
Okay.
There used to be the ability to do that Facebook would be able to distribute even to Twitter, but it stopped working a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Lori wants to say something. Go ahead, of course, please.
So sorry to interject this and kind of cross what you had just said. If you post to Instagram, if you link your Facebook page, it will automatically send there, and it sends the full post. And also they have integrated now, just recently, if you do an IGTV or an IG story, which is an Instagram story or Instagram TV, it now is posting to Facebook. So they,
You know what? You're absolutely right. It works the other way.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It works
But
the other way.
if you go from Facebook, I don't know if it does not post.
No.
Yeah. So, it goes
So
from Instagram. Yeah.
I was
That's
always
okay.
thinking. Yeah, no, you're
You know,
absolutely right.
I
Of course.
live there, man.
I know. Which is awesome.
And there's something else too that's a bonus. So if you do an ad and you do it on Facebook, as Efren has said before, Facebook will allow you to then also put the ad on Instagram. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, Facebook is kind of the controller for that direction of an ad, but Instagram is the controller for if you want to feed your Facebook. And with Twitter, what Instagram does is it makes it into one of those little bit.ly thing, the little whatever that little link is. So you don't get the image. You don't. Yeah, with with Twitter, you have to post directly to Twitter to get if there's an image and what you actually want to say, or it'll axe out the image and
A link. Yeah, I've seen that before.
Make a link.
Okay, thank you.
You know what, Jacob? I stand corrected, and I'm happy. That's what Bailey is here, because she's the one that does the day-to-day. Actually, from what she tells me, is that there is an option, and I'm going to share my screen. Yeah, I can share the screen. Hold on. So there is an option where it's allowing you to post into your Instagram from Facebook.
From Facebook. Oh.
Yeah, and Bailey tells me that it came up when you were allowed to connect stories. Yeah, so when you're allowed to connect stories, it seems like they were able to integrate the back end as well. So there
perfect.
You go.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Will that stay permanently on, or do you have to hit that every single time you want to post?
We don't use it. We'll test it for you.
Yeah.
Because we use a platform that just posts everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll test it for you. I'm pretty sure you may have to do it every single time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely test it for you and let you know.
Yeah, because with the
That's
Instagram,
cool.
When you toggle over and accept that as a feature, it just stays on every time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, to Lori's point, when you do advertise though, you can. So Facebook's advertising platform is on top, or rather is the base for all their platforms, right? So you are able to advertise in different places. So yeah, that's cool. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, go for it. I thought you were waving by. I was
No.
like, okay, no, you stop there.
I'm being a good student. And
No, please go
also, many weeks ago, I had said that Google was if you did a review for somebody, they were giving a notice that they just can't keep up with how much content is coming in and that there's going to be a lag. They have caught up, and reviews are now being posted practically when you make them.
Nice. You know what? I read about it. Actually, I got an email about it this morning. Again, we use another service that helps us integrate all the clients into our Google reviews. But yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Have you tried putting Google reviews for people right now?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, they're working.
Very cool. And by the way, what ended up happening at the beginning was that they were actually very scared of people leaving bad reviews for COVID people because of COVID, right? So if a store was closed or if the service wasn't able to provide, so they started seeing a little bit of a trend of bad reviews because of circumstances that have nothing to do with the business.
Yeah.
So they literally just shut it down.
Oh, you know what? That was very nice of them.
Yeah, I totally agree. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, right? Like reviews are such a subjective thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a client, for example, and sometimes people leave bad reviews, and they're like, actually a few clients that has happened. They're like, we have no idea who this person is or what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's called the competition.
Topic of Google.
I'm sorry?
I said, while you're on the topic of Google, and like, you know, obviously, like I just said, I'm running the Facebook and Instagram ads, obviously that video platform, but there wasn't really one. I didn't see an option for the Google ads to do that. It was more just the words, right? Like the box. So yeah.
I'm happy that you mentioned that.
I mean, I was kind of hoping to do the same thing. I'm like, oh, because like when you do a Google search, there are videos that pop up, and I thought maybe I could get my little video icon there, but I guess not, and that's okay. I just got my branded little icon, and then my different ads, and I can show it to you if you want. But yeah, so then, and I also find that they're a lot more expensive than Facebook ads. Yes.
Yes, and the reason for that is, well, the alleged reason for that is because there is an intention.
Okay.
Right? So if I'm looking for, I don't know, a business opportunity,
yeah.
Right? And your keyword says that you're going to display an ad to me because I type business opportunity, chances are that I am already vetted, like I'm looking for that, right?
Yeah.
When with Facebook, it's more of a behavioral thing, right? If suddenly I went to a careers website and then I clicked on somebody's blog, or I saw a video that talked about a new business, and then I went to a franchise website, there are points that determine that my behavior could indicate that I'm looking for a new business opportunity. So they're going to show the ad to me. So it's usually one strategy that maybe you can think of that we've done in the past was run Google ads, because then you get the intentional people, and then retarget them when they hit the landing page with Facebook. Because your Facebook ad is going to be cheaper than your Google ad, right?
Right.
But if through your Google ad, they're already indicating intention, and then they see your ad on Facebook, again, right, depending on what the service is, or what your Google ad is saying, then yeah, you're going to be able to convert, theoretically speaking, you're going to be able to convert them a little bit cheaper for those that actually haven't converted on the first Google ad.
Mm-hmm. It's like a confirmation.
Yeah. So say, for example, I see your ad, I go to your page, I'm like, I'm not sure. And then I'm on Facebook, and then I see your video and with your Leafs jersey, and I'm like, whoa, I'm a huge Leafs fan.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So
but what did you choose as your Google? Excuse me. What did you choose as your Google ad? Was it just a search?
Here, I shared my screen. Feel free to critique. I'm brand new to Google Ads, so.
You know what? I can't see your screen. Oh, here it is. Never mind. It just changed screens for me. Let's see.
So same. If you see same messaging, very different approach though, right? No video, no. I feel like it's so impersonal, but you never know. Like you said, maybe it's gonna hit more qualified people though. So I'm curious to see what you think I'm gonna have more success with. not that you're, you know, in the business of making predictions, but you do more ads than I do. So, you know, this, but between, you know, this versus the, you know, the Facebook ads.
Define success.
Well, I want conversions, right?
So you want people booking an appointment.
Yeah.
You know what? I usually have better results on Facebook than I do on Google, to be honest with you.
Okay, fair enough. And that's the whole point of this. I'm completely experimenting just based on our last, obviously, 5-6 sessions, however many of these things you've done, right? I'm new to this world, right? And my industry typically doesn't do this, right? So
have you considered putting an ad on YouTube with your videos?
That's the next one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
because that's the same feeling that you're going to get that you get with Facebook, right? If your ad shows up in the middle of somebody's YouTube or before, right? When they're watching. So yeah, I would definitely consider that. But yeah, I'm interested to see what keywords are you going for here?
How do I show you that? Edit. Can I not show you that?
You should. Go back out. Did you do the ad preview or excuse me? Oh, there you go.
Speak
Does it limit
your mind.
how many keywords you use?
It says between 7 to 10.
I'm going to. The only one that I will be a little concerned about is online jobs.
Yeah.
Because it probably has a very big
push right now.
Well, that on one hand, and it may not be qualifying the people that you really want.
Yeah, fair enough. Obviously, you can see what I was going for, right?
Yeah, of course. Like the work from home, of course. I totally get it. I'm just trying to see how much it costs, and the thing is, because it's a popular keyword, that's probably the one that's going to cost you the most.
Ah, fair enough.
Right?
Yeah, it was like the lowest I could even go was like $4 a day.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, yeah. It's like, all right, maybe I'll try that for a couple weeks, but you know, but it's already driving it's getting a lot of impressions.
Yeah.
But I literally only set it up this morning. But I'm like, I set it up this morning and it's already at like 1,600. And I was like, whoa.
Have you had any clicks? I didn't think I saw them. Yeah.
Again, where do I check that here?
No, if you go back to your campaign details, you should be able to see the stats on the top.
Oh.
It's weird.
Maybe it's not approved yet.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Oh,
actually, I don't know.
I'm looking at my stats for my Facebook ads. Never mind. I don't think this is approved yet.
I was like, I thought I saw zeros there.
Yeah. Big fat donuts. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think it's approved yet.
Fair enough.
I only did it this morning, right? So.
Yeah,
well,
it's got 0 impressions.
Yeah. That's why I thought maybe we're in the wrong ad or something.
No, I think I was more checking out these guys, but yeah. So my Facebook ones, they're getting some decent traction so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very cool, man. Very cool.
Anyway, thank you for all the feedback and help getting me started and stuff, man. I appreciate that. So,
of course,
I'll obviously keep you posted, and we'll see how this goes. But it's just my first go of it. I'm going to keep going with it, obviously, right?
Yeah, exciting.
It's just about the copy, right? The language, the landing page, whatever.
Yep. Yeah, and also because you're on Elementor, because I use that for my WordPress too. You can also, if you have your short video and it goes to the landing page, you can also, on top of the calendly, you could also put your longer video in there that gives people more detail.
Ah, fair enough.
Mhm. Like utilizing what you already have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and you can qualify people that way, right? If they watch the video.
It's a good
Oh
idea.
my god, I was about to sneeze.
Oh, well, I'm talking to you guys because you guys give me new ideas, and we'll see. I'm not gonna be like, oh man, I didn't get any calls from these. I just spent $200 on ads and I got nothing. I'm never doing this again. No. It's,
Good. Yeah,
know.
it takes a little bit. Yeah, it takes a little bit to find your stride.
Yeah, I was thinking of exploring the Google ads.
I think for you,
So about 2 years ago, like I had so many phone calls coming from Google. And then a real estate agent that I'm part of a real estate agent group, and we just talk about safety concerns in our area.
okay.
And one of the ladies was attacked. She was asked to show a house and she got attacked.
Right.
And on this group, that was posted, and they said, you know what, if you are working from home or you have a studio and you don't have some security set up, you might want to take your address off. So I, silly me, but also out of security, I took my address off, and that dropped me.
Yeah. Because usually your Google My Business is based on your location, right?
Yeah.
So I killed myself, is what happened in that moment.
Dang.
Are there any office addresses, virtual addresses that you could use? And now, by the way, I know this is not kosher with Google, but it's a way to go around it.
Mm-hmm. I just put it back on because I realized.
Have you had any response from it?
Yes, slowly the phone has started ringing, and then COVID happened. So.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. This is interesting, though. Check this out. Hold on, where am I? Who am I? Here, let me move here.
I guess it's just S4 now.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Oh yeah, he told me he did have to run earlier. I'm gonna share my screen. Google Chrome, this is it. Nope, McNeil Design Group. This is you, right?
Yes. Oh, just a second there. It was missing the interiors, which was weird. Yeah.
It may have been just a rendering thing. Interestingly enough, you have access to this Google My Business listing?
Yeah. So I had something very weird happen recently.
It's as if it wasn't claimed.
That is totally so.
Sorry, I moved.
There
my
are
own.
2 email addresses. There is the info email address that when someone is kind of cold to our business coming in, where they found the website or went through social media. And
Yep.
then there is my direct email address. And Google did something just recently where they linked my email to the account. And I was like, and they asked me, do you want to do this? So you can be put on as a secondary manager or whatever it is. So I accepted it. Yeah.
But see, for example, I don't know if this is a bug now that Google is bringing back their reviews and something's going on with Google My Business.
Yeah.
Can you?
So are my reviews missing?
No, they're still there.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't even look at that.
No, it's okay. Your reviews are there, which is fantastic.
I need to get Ben to put his review there.
But we're going to need to see what happens if, hold on, let's see.
Oh gosh.
the dang reporter and rugby player still shows up when I Google myself. I get nothing. You can't even Google me.
That's very weird. You know what? We're gonna have to take a look at the forums or what people are saying. I have a feeling once they turned on the Google reviews again with Google My Business, there's a bug.
Mm.
I have to say, I cannot be incredibly grateful for both of your presence. I think you're the ones that have been the most. I think you've each just missed one. So yeah, thank you. I love having these conversations. Definitely energizes me, and hopefully I'm able to add some value to both your journeys.
You have, buddy.
Yes.
You're a very good case study for you, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
That's a good one.
I know.
Way to go, Ben. Guess who's getting a testimonial next week?
All right, guys. Have a fantastic afternoon. I don't know how it is where you're at. Where I'm at, it's a little rainy, so it's like perfect cuddling and watching movie weather.
Bailey saying, "No way."
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, have a good afternoon. Thank you
Bye.
again.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.